This is capturing a microphone signal onto the Inline mixing console. First, we have a microphone connected to our snake, which is inputted to channel 1, which is routed to the channel 1 mic input on the console. So the first thing we need to check, we need to make sure that we are listening to the microphone input on this channel. And on this console, the button is up for mic in this part of the section for the faders. The other things we need to do to check, in order to hear the signal, we need to assign the channel to the left-right stereo bus. That will send the signal to our master fader, which feeds our speakers. The other things that we can do right away just to check signal is to go ahead and give our preamp some level. Remember, preamps set a mic signal to line level. And then we need to make sure our fader is up on the channel. We want to start with the fader at 0, which is unity gain. And then we want to make sure our master fader is also up. And then usually this room is already set this way, but we need to make sure that we're listening to the mix left, right, and then that our control room level is up for the speakers, and that we are listening in this room, we're connected to the speaker A, so that needs to be on as well. And if all that is set correctly, we should hear signal. Now that we have a mic signal captured on the console, we want to output that into Pro Tools. So this is capturing the signal in Pro Tools. We've already set up an audio channel in Pro Tools. And we can see the input is already defaulted to input 1. That just means that whatever signal we're outputting from whatever channel we have the mic connected to, currently we are in channel 1, we need to assign that output on the channel in the bus section. So since we're going to the first input in Pro Tools, we need to assign the output 1 of the mixing console. And for this console, we also need to make sure that we are panning the signal left. That's for the odd numbers. So if it was 3, we would pan left, and 5, and so on. And you can see in the bus section, we have options for selecting several outputs. And so if we were selecting an even number, we would pan that right. And so once we have that selected, we need to arm the channel in Pro Tools. So that's by selecting that little red circle there. And once we do that, we should see signal. And so how we want to set that signal, the level in there, we will set that with our preamp. So this is how you will check the mic, and then you will look at the levels in Pro Tools and adjust accordingly. So Command equals will put Pro Tools window to show the edit window, and we can still see that we are getting signal on the audio 1 channel. So we are ready to record. And so to record, we're going to go ahead and hit the record enable. And then once we hit the play button, Pro Tools will start recording. And we can see it's moving along there. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So now that we've recorded some audio into Pro Tools, what we want to do is listen back to the audio onto the Elan mixing console. So we're going to capture signal from Pro Tools to the mixing console. So currently, Pro Tools will usually default to the output 1, 2. And if we choose to use those as outputs, we need to make sure that our channels 1, 2 are selected as line inputs. And so once we do that, we'll pan channel 1 left, channel 1 right, and this will give us a stereo output into 2 channels. And we've already have our signal from this channel routed to the left-right bus, which is going to get us to our master fader, which will get us our sound to the speakers. So I'm going to go ahead and loop a section here by making a selection. I'm going to select under the play button, loop, and then I'm going to hit play.
It's moving along there. Check.
And
1,
we
2.
are now
1, 2,
hearing
3.
audio
It's
from the
along.
speakers. So another option we have on this console is to listen back through the monitor section. So this is an inline console. So we have another place on this console to listen back to the signal coming into that channel. So if we want to keep this as the channel 1, 2 output, we can do that. Or what I'm going to do is, since we're just listening to a mono channel, I'm going to change the output in Pro Tools to just the mono output. And then rather than using the line input to the fader right here, I'm gonna make sure this monitor section is selected to line input, which is up on this console. I'm also gonna turn it on, and then this is gonna be your level for the monitoring back from Pro Tools. And so if we hit play,
it's moving along there.
We
Check.
can now see that this is
2,
our
3.
control
It's moving
for
along there.
what's
Check.
coming
1,
from
2.
Pro Tools to this channel. And if we want, we still have our mic input, which was connected earlier. So another option you have for outputting audio, rather than using the inline monitoring section of this console, is to send the output of Pro Tools to another channel. This is what we call split console. So I'm going to select, say, output number 5, which is going out of the line outputs of our interface. That's what selecting that will do. And that will send that to a line input on channel 5. And so if we play our audio and we go to channel 5 and we make sure we are on line input, and we are on a part of Pro Tools that has audio, and we play
2,
it,
3.
we will hear it.
2, 3. 2, 3.